Hello friends and welcome back to the channel for war number 5 of season 49. Today we have a matchup against Nath. Been a while since we fought these guys. Actually can't remember the last time. We're again sitting at 1-3, needing a few wins to claw out of Platinum 1 and back into Masters. And to do so we'll be relying on Hulkling and Iceman and Iron Man for today's team. Starting off today on path number 9, we have a Masacre here on node number 9. This is a fairly common placement, and the idea here is that if you bring an Incinerate immune champ, like I have here, and you attack him in the Incinerate phase and trigger Incinerate immunity, you're going to take bursts of energy damage. So to that end, we can only attack him while he's in the poison phase, and I think I do trigger 1 or 2 errant bursts on myself just because, you know, they're unavoidable or whatever, but other than that, the fight is pretty straightforward. We've already got a bunch of prowess from hitting to his block, so we are pretty much safe from the indestructibles. And then from there, we're just kind of keeping an eye on the phase of the hazard shift from him, because we obviously cannot hit into him while he's in the Incinerate phase. Just hitting his block again, not only to get prowess, but to kind of create space for ourselves. Because with power efficiency in play, we're going to be baiting out 2 special ones every time he has a bar of power here. So we're trying to keep him on his side of the wall, as close to his wall as possible, just to give us enough space. Because his special one does consume like a pretty decent amount of spacing here. You can see we're already backed up against our wall and just 2 of them here. So yeah, waiting for poison phase to come back there. Yeah. Kind of throw the special one to create space. Thankfully, he holds block there, and I think I push him to the special 2 at one point there. Right there, I take a burst because I ended my combo in Incinerate phase here. So now I'm just trying to again slowly push him back to his side of the wall. This is a really tricky fight if you let it get out of hand. And right here, I'm like, okay, let's just go ahead, push him to the special 2. I feel pretty confident that I can dex both of the hits there, even though the gun, when he throws the gun, it's super tiny. So yeah, there we go. Do it a second time because I'm emboldened by my confidence of nailing the dex the first time around. He is just not playing ball, and he's, you know, doing medium heavies. We risk another burst there, and we're again stuck in the corner. Throw the special one to counter his heavy, and that pretty much ends the fight. So again, you know, that fight can go a lot worse. It can also go a lot better. So it just depends on kind of, you know, don't panic. All right, we have a shocker here on hazard shift, and again, we can only attack during the poison phase here because Hulkling is not Incinerate immune. We can safely hit his block, of course, during Incinerate phase, and that's going to give us some pierce charges and consume some of our shape-shifting charges here. We can also use the unblockable just to build up his power while we get to our special 2, which you can see me doing there. He's got the feat of indestructible and power focus 1, so unlikely that we're going to push him to the special 2, which is fine. We are at 2 bars of power. We have enough shapeshift charges to trigger our next unblockable, so we're just kind of waiting out the Incinerate phase here, and then once he switches back to poison, we can go ahead, hit his block 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trigger the special 2, and that does a nice chunk of damage. I did have a cosmic special boost running, but you should not power back on this fight, because if you power back, as soon as you push yourself up above a bar of power, he's going to trigger that indestructible buff, and like half of your special 2 is going to do 0 damage. So cosmic special boosts are safe here, but you definitely don't want to power back. So 2 cycles here, definitely warranted. Tried to intercept there. Didn't really matter, and 1 more special 2 to finish the fight. Okay, moving on up in section 2, we are on path 6 once again. We have a bishop here on 24 that we're going to be taking with Iron Man. Iron Man is probably the best overall counter to bishop. You could argue it's Idoom, but I prefer Iron Man these days. So the plan here, the nodes really don't do anything. He's got that big 200% prowess that we've talked about in the past 1 or 2 war videos, I think. But that's really not going to be a problem once we invalidate it with our special 2. Got a nice parry on the special 2 there to trigger a pause. Going to let the special 2 rip here. That triggers our arc reactor and a bunch of extra armor up buffs. We get another parry on the special 1, and now we're pretty much set for the rest of the fight here. I don't really know why I didn't use my striker there. Went for the intercept instead, and invalidated his prowess. So now we're pretty much safe at this point. We're going to push him again to the special 2 and try to get one more parry up and we don't get it. The timing looked similar. I must have been a little early on that one. And again, I opt not to use my striker. I don't really know why I'm choosing not to use the striker, because a striker into that special one would have ended the fight, but whatever. All right, last fight of the war for me is Kate Bishop on 33. We took this exact fight in the previous war, so I'm going to speed this one up because there's really nothing new to add. I'll just repeat myself briefly about, kind of the strategy here. You have Cold Snap up at the start of the fight, so you can safely parry her and you don't have to worry about her evade. And you just want to spam special 1, again, just to make the fight a little bit easier. Keep that that evade counter active. And then at any point when you have your striker available, you can detonate your frostbites if you think it's going to be worthwhile. I am parrying the arrow in the special 1 just for additional prowess, and then whenever she backs up, I'm hitting her block just to keep those prowesses up. Special intercept, or I'm sorry, relic intercept. Fortunately, the heavy attack detonation did not kill her, but one more combo and a special 1 does. All right, that's it for me for this war. 4 kills, 0 deaths, and we did go on to take the victory. So, victories are coming at a bit of a premium this season, but we are slowly working our way back up to a 500 record. Our record is 2-3 on the season, and we are in the middle of War 6 right now. We'll see how that one shapes up, and hopefully have some good news for you in the next war video. But until then, as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.